Hello YouTube, and welcome to Facebook. This is my channel. Please rate, subscribe, and comment if you're new to it. I'm going to be releasing guitar videos once a week, and for my other viewers, DVR videos once I ever get a machine, and I will post more videos of how to like AAA, AA stuff. Anyway, this is not the time for DVR. This is going to be for guitar players. So if you're a guitar player, come on and watch the video. It's going to be a long video, by the way, so let you know that you might want to pause it, grab something to eat. It's a lot of information to take in. This is basically a philosophy and interpretation of guitar learning. Now, what I'm going to say is, if you're really serious about guitar, then please, by all means, watch this video. This will make it so much easier for you guys to adapt and understand it. It can actually save you money and time. Now, I'm going to tell you when to actually go out and get someone to train you. If they're so much better than you, then yes, go for it. But at the same time, that can actually ruin your guitar playing because their style can be flawed. You don't know. So, never ever try to get training from somebody unless they actually have a certification. But even then, that's even bad because you don't know what kind of playing style you have, and that can actually ruin your potential to become even the greatest guitar player. Like one of the greats. There is a player named Steve Vai and Joe Satriani. Anyway, these two, Steve Vai got lessons from Joe Satriani. He was able to develop his own style with it. Good for him, because Steve Vai knew from the instant he wanted to learn how to play guitar at a young age. He knew he wanted his style. So basically, he paid Joe Satriani to teach him the scales and how to read the music, how to compose it, the ideology of like modes and circle fifths. Basically, when Joe Satriani taught him this, he took his teachings but didn't make it based off his teacher. Like, say if Steve Vai didn't do what he did today, he followed Joe Satriani's teaching, and he would sound like Satriani. He would sound like himself, but he was able to expand away from him, took what he learned, become a better player, and actually play what he loves. And this is a hard thing to do for most people that actually take lessons because they'll end up sounding like the person that they're playing, or that sounds like the player that they've been taught by. And this can actually ruin your chances of becoming a better player because you might have ideas that you have never unlocked. This is true because, like, take it for granted. Like, you have math, like you go to school, you learn math from a teacher. Part one, a teacher that is smart, he knows what he's talking about, but he does the whole problem and equation. You don't understand this teacher, right? That's because his teacher is instructing in a way that he is doing by textbook instead of actually making it easier for you. Like, if he actually showed his way of doing it, it would actually make more sense to students. I mean, granted that some people just aren't good at math. I mean, I was one of them until I got better, got older. Now, they took their math, like this guy, let's say he got a foreign exchange German teacher. I mean, he's smart, he got his degree and everything else, he's proficient at math, but he doesn't teach his way. He goes by textbook rules. Okay, now, if you're new and you go by textbook, what the hell are you going to learn? If you're having a problem with this, how's the teacher going to help you any better? If the teacher, like part two, like our teacher B, this lady, this actually happened in her life, I took her college class. She took the knowledge she was given and learned and simplified it. She made it her own way. Now, you guys might think, oh, her own way would be harder, but no. What you understand is you're a genius if you can make something that's hard simple. Okay? That's the difference. Yes, you can be book smart and everything else, but when you come to teaching and you don't know how to make a hard problem more memorable or more easy to find a solution, then that reflects on you. Your students will get bad grades, and you might have a couple of smart people that probably have help at home. But if you take a teacher that learns how to take something that's complicated and make it simple, then you should listen because she's found a way, the easy way. And sometimes in math, you want to find the easiest way to solve the answer. It's not always about having a page worth of math and turning it in and showing your work. Sometimes you can shorten it out and make it easier to remember, and then you'll have better grades. Alright, so the same thing applies for guitar playing. If you have a person that's PhD certified in guitar playing and teaches you all the modes, scales, chords, everything, you still might not be able to play guitar with crap. Which is actually funny because, like, you can have a PhD and be in a band, but your band won't be successful. Now, this is true for anybody. You can master it and not be successful because you haven't took the ideas and principles and made a creation out of it. You got to create a style with it. Alright, and yes, a lot has to do with the media, like how people perceive mainstream and what's popular today. Now, I'm going to explain to you that, like I said, my philosophy is if you have a guitar player that's better than you, tell him to teach you the scales he learned. Tell him to teach you the chords that he knows. Not his style. Take what he knows, play around with the chords, make it your own style. Like, I don't know, you got like a blues. Oh yeah. Something like that. But you got blues, then you make it into something rockish. Alright, and then you can make it into metal. Then you can make it into fusion, which can be beautiful. Then to use my own style. Like my style of play is very melodic. It's pretty much it's a something like that. That I don't even know to even classify it. That's my own style, my own taste. People might not like it because it's not to one beat. Some people might like it because it's easy relaxation music. That's what you should learn how to do. You should be able to take someone who taught you this, make it your own style, your own beliefs. It's like religion. You have your own belief. Well, same thing with guitar. Have your own belief. What sounds good to you might not sound good to others. But as long as you can adapt to what you play, make it sound good, and put it out there as an experiment to see what people like. Now, people like the basic chords of like AC/DC and stuff that's simple. Like, here. Some of that's easy as hell, okay? But people like basic, and then you got your other people that progressive that love complicated music. But the problem is, complicated music is not really going to go up high. I mean, a lot of people when they hear complicated music, they think it's just someone showing off. Like I have my fiance, he thinks John Petrucci is a good guitar player, but he shows off too much in his guitar tone. But it's kind of true. He does play a lot of solos, but he does make the song unite with the band, so he can't get too mad. Now, let's say if you play something that simple, like you play. Okay, now you got the rock, and that's basically what they like. And then you go for people that are hardcore into it. Metal, believe it or not, pop owns metal. It's true. If you want to be like a major rock star, you can go for pop. I mean, I don't even know how to play pop guitar. But for metal, it's just. Just like that. That's pretty much middle. Then you got your melodic middle, which is basically slow. Which is so like that. Then, like, it depends on music genre. Like, if learning the master guitar was making you easy millionaire, then people would try to learn it all the time. But music is pretty much indefinite. You can make any amount of sounds. Excuse me. Excuse me. I did not want to restart the video because I'm 11 minutes in. I think there's another one coming in 1 second. Yes. Got a little late. Excuse me. I am. I think I'm done sneezing. Okay, cool. Hope I didn't ruin the video, but yeah, if you go from death metal, people like pop because it's a feel-good song. They like rap because the beats. They like rock because, you know, you got a bar drinking, good time, and sounds good, like concerts. Then you get the metalheads. Fortunately to say, yes, some people can play metal live, but metal sounds really good. Only sounds perfect if you have it on recording, studio recording. Studio recording for metal just makes it sound more epic than what it is live. And a lot of people suffer, a lot of vocalists suffer. They pull something in their muscles to talk, and they can actually ruin the band. Another thing is, if you take all the styles like neoclassical, classical, people like classical. A lot of older generations like classical. It sounds good to them, and they like it. Now, if you take neoclassical, which is basically more for a younger generation, more into like people like fast shredding and it's, but yeah, anyway, you got the shredding, the arpeggios and stuff. That's pretty much, people like some of that stuff, but it's very hard because that stuff was back in the 80s. It was popular in the 80s, but now today, stuff that's popular is basically the slow jams, stuff that people can vibe to. So there's not really death for guitar. I mean, there's still hope for having good music. I mean, some of the older generations, like John Petrucci and Steve Vai and all them, they're pioneers. They're going to be known as legends. Jimi Hendrix was known as a legend, but to me, he wasn't that. I don't want to say he wasn't that great, but I guess he explored the guitar's true potential. He made it talk. He did all the stuff that people love to do, this flashy show. But unfortunately, I never really got into his singing. His singing was pretty bad for me. But his guitar playing was beautiful. I actually liked his guitar playing because it was actually virtuosic. But back at the time, he was good. But then you learn about Eddie Van Halen. Then he blows Jimi Hendrix out the water with his guitar playing. Then that's when I first picked the guitar because I heard Eddie Van Halen back in 2000, and I was like, Eruption? Something like that. But when I heard that, I was like, I gotta learn how to play this. It sounds really amazing. So I did that, and then I ended up learning a lot more Van Halen stuff, like Dance the Night Away. Then you got the Panama. Panama. Okay. But yeah, but I used to play stuff back in 2003 and 2. I learned this stuff for like 2 years. And then an interesting thing happened. 2002 or 3, I have found a guitar player by the name of John Petrucci. And his first video I ever saw of him was The Amazing Guitar Solo. It's about a minute long. The video I found out later was basically called 1993 Change of Seasons Circa. Like Dream Theater 1993 Change of Seasons Circa. It's in Circa, New York. But anyway, the solo was pretty much melodic as hell. Like it was like, I don't know if I can play it. Let me try it. But something like that. But it was, to me, like one of the greatest solos. They killed Eddie Van Halen with the water. Like to this day, I don't even like Eddie Van Halen. I don't like his playing anymore. I mean, it sounds wrong. I mean, he was really good. I mean, he invented. No, he didn't really invent the tapping. He expanded on it. People don't understand that he expanded the tapping, but I think the old Eddie Van Halen from when 51K, like after 5150, it just turned to shit. Like this the feel, the virtuosic feeling went away. I mean, I know that people will get butthurt because I said that I don't like him anymore, but he was an inspiration to me. It's like one of most bands back in the 80s said that he was pretty much the reason why they started playing guitar. And he was the reason why I started playing guitar, but then I found John Petrucci and how good he was and how knowledgeable he was. It was just crazy. Eddie Van Halen uses a lot of grunge. He uses like crunchy rhythm. But yeah, he uses a lot of grunge chords and quick solos. Like, but yeah. Then I found out that that's all he does. I mean, there's still more to learn because his chord signatures were pretty easy to learn at times. Like, it wasn't really that complicated. The one John Petrucci, he has some of the most amazing chord structures in theory ever. Like he played classical, blues, fusion, rock, progressive metal, and melodic. It's just a beautiful way it plays. Like I never knew that you could take, let's say, a G chord, take an A, then a C, something like that, and then expand it to B. Awesome. Let's see. I'm gonna make part 2 of this video because something is going outside, and I will continue this. All right, I'll upload it right now. So, thank you for watching. But part 2 will be a little longer. My dog's acting up, and I gotta take him out. So, I'll see you guys in a few. I'll put the link right there. So, there you go, guys. Later.